Hi, I'm Theresa and welcome to my channel and welcome back to my bookshelf. I am home. All my videos from now on will be filmed here, back here with my pretty books, my rainbow shelf. I'm so excited. I have big plans for Sappho's Library this summer because I'm free until September when I go back to uni, so I'm just very excited. But first, while I was away from the end of January, I got a bit of book mail. I've not ordered most of it. It's actually very kindly gifted to me by authors, publishers, and one actually from a subscriber, which is so lovely. And I'm gonna go through it all. I've not opened it. I posted about the boxes on Twitter and Instagram and said, do you want to see me unbox it or haul it? And everyone said unbox. So here we are. I'm gonna open some book mail with you. I'm so excited. It's like Christmas. I want to know what I've got. First up, I have got a stack of books that have already been opened or that weren't ever packaged, so I'm going to go through them first. First up is Here in Queer, A Queer Girl's Guide to Life by Rowan Ellis. This is very short, it's non-fiction, and it's just like a collection, a guide really to being a young queer girl, some essays I think from other authors, and it just sounds fantastic, just like advice for being a young queer girl, you know, dating, coming out, first relationships, just, I don't know, it sounds so good, like exactly what I needed a few years ago, and I'm so excited to have it now that it exists now and that I can read it now. So I'm really looking forward to reading this. It's actually full of just like gorgeous illustrations and stuff, illustrated by Jackie Sheridan, and look, it's just so cute. I'm so excited about this. I just really want to read it. This was very kindly sent to me by Quarto Kids, so big thank you to them. Next up we have got Written in the Stars by Alexandria Belfleur. This was very kindly gifted to me by a subscriber, so thank you very much again, Selena. I loved this book. I read it for a vlog. I will link that down below. And I just had the best time, and I love this book, so it was such good news to also find out that I'd been gifted a copy. And I'm gonna put it on my shelf and I'm gonna get the rest of the series and they're gonna look so good together, and I'm so excited. So this is an adult romance and this follows Darcy and Elle, who are total opposites. Elle is very free-spirited, she believes in astrology and she has a big blog dedicated to it. And Darcy is like the complete opposite. She's an accountant, she's possibly a bit boring, she would consider herself, but they go on this blind date together. It goes disastrously, but Darcy tells her brother, who set them up, that it goes well, and the two are kind of roped into fake dating because Darcy wants to avoid being set up on more dates, and Elle will have someone to bring home to her family that'll impress her parents. And from there, their just insane chemistry takes them on this journey of falling in love, and it's such a lovely book. I had a great time reading it. I'm very excited to have my own copy. Thank you again, Selena. Next up I have got She Gets the Girl by Rachel Lippincott and Alison Derrick. This one has been taking the world by storm and I'm so excited about that. This is an ARC. I actually received it the day after I left. So you can imagine how I've been feeling knowing that it is there and I haven't been able to read it. But I have it now. I'm excited. It's actually signed, which is so lovely. Rachel sent it to me herself. She saw that I got rejected for a copy on NetGalley and was like, no, we're not having that. I'll send you one. So big thank you to Rachel for sending me this. So this is a YA contemporary set at college, which I love to see. I love college set stories. And this follows Alex and Molly. They are complete opposites. Alex is a shameless flirt who can't keep a girl, and Molly's the one who's too scared to talk to the girl that she likes. But the two end up working together, with Alex helping her, you know, talk to this girl and see if she can get the girl. But the two end up falling in love with each other along the way. This book, I'm so looking forward to it. It's written by two wives, loosely based on the story of how they got together, and like that is just so cool to me. I'm so excited about this. Cannot wait to read it. Thank you very much again to the authors for sending me it. Next up we have got Misrule by Heather Walter. This is the sequel to Malice, which I read last year and loved, and then I read the sequel to this digitally and also loved it, so I'm very excited to have a copy of it. So Malice is a dark Sleeping Beauty retelling following the point of view of the Wicked Witch who curses Aurora, Sleeping Beauty. And it's dark, it's adult fantasy, it's gorgeous, and You follow Alice, our wicked witch, falling in love with Aurora, trying to break her curse. And it's just such a great duology. I really, really enjoyed it. I recommend it. I thought that this book, craft-wise, was like better than Malice. I really, really enjoyed it. I liked the direction it went. I thought it was a brilliant ending. And yes, I just really recommend this duology. So I'm very, very grateful to have my own copy. Thank you very much, Del Rey. Next up, we've got some books that weren't sent to me that I actually got myself. First up, we have got Our Violent Ends. My mum was in America and I was like, Mum, can you buy me Our Violent Ends, please? Because I accidentally got a American copy of These Violent Delights for some reason, and I wanted to get the matching spines because the spines are different in the UK and the US. And I got it, so thank you, Mum, for sending me this, for buying me this. This is, as I said, the sequel to These Violent Delights, which is a YA historical fantasy book set in 1920s China. It's a Romeo and Juliet retelling. There's monsters. I think there's some kind of plague or something. It sounds like a lot. It's also very, 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 very well loved. I'm very excited to read this duology and love it myself. I just cannot wait. Next up is a book that I actually bought. I bought it in Spain, and that is the Spanish edition of The Foxhole Court by Nora Sakavic. This is my favourite series. I love it to bits, but the covers are so ugly. But the Spanish edition is gorgeous. It's from this publisher, Cacao Books, I think that's how you say it, who publish queer books, and they give them the most gorgeous covers. They've also done the Henna Wars, and I love the cover they've done for that. And I just really love them as a publisher, and I really love this book. It's so gorgeous. It's got like illustrations inside and everything. I'm in love. When I got it, I just like hugged it and like squealed a bit. It's so gorgeous and I'm so excited about it. So the Foxhole Court follows Neil Jostin, who is on the run, and he's approached by the Palmetto State University exe team, exe being this fictional sport described as lacrosse with the violence of ice hockey. And he lives and breathes exe, but he knows that joining a university team while on the run is a bad idea. But he does it anyway, and you follow him on this team, meeting his teammates. They're all dysfunctional. It's this team of people who have been given second chances, who have really had hard lives, and they're all just a bit of a mess, and I just love them all. This book and this series is very, very heavy. Please be aware of trigger warnings before looking at... Wait. This book and this series is very, very heavy in terms of content, so please look up trigger warnings if you're going to be reading it. And yes, I'm just very, very excited to have this. I love the cover. It's got, there's a little Andrew in the back. It's so cute. I just love it so much. Next up, we have got 2 packages for an order of books that I put in when I was just about to leave Spain to celebrate finishing my internship and my 3rd year of university. So I'm going to open them. First up, we have got Ophelia After All by Raquel Marie. I have been dying to read this book. It was one of my most anticipated releases for this year, and I've just seen so many people absolutely adore it, so I can't wait to read it myself. It came out while I was away, and I had to wait until I was home to read it, so you know it was the first book I ordered when I got back. I just cannot wait to read this one. This is another YA contemporary, and you follow Ophelia, who is really just coming to terms with being queer. You know, she's always been boy crazy, but suddenly she likes a girl, and it's just her journey in accepting herself and realizing her identity. You've got a queer friend group. I've just heard the best things about it. So excited to pick it up. Now for the big boy. I don't know what I'm doing. There we go. It's actually very hard to open packages from this angle, but I'm doing it. We are open. The reason I put in a big order was actually because I wanted a box to open, so I'm very, very happy I've got a box. Aha! Not gonna lie, I forgot what I ordered, so this is as much as a surprise for me as for you. Okay. We have got The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood, The Midnight Girls by Alicia Jasinka, Wild and Wicked Things by Francesca May, and The Hollow Heart by Marie Rutkowski. So these are all books that I have already read. I've read them all digitally and I wanted my own copies to go on my shelf. First up, The Hollow Heart. This is the sequel to The Midnight Lie, which is, oh, it's probably not on camera, it's down there. This was one of my favourites of last year, and the sequel came out and I just never got around to buying a physical copy, so I've got one now. This is a YA fantasy duology following Sid and Niram, and Niram lives in the ward, this area of the island which is reserved for the poor, the lower class, and she ends up in prison, as many people there do. They're very exploited, and there she meets Sid, who is a outsider from the island, which is very bizarre because the island doesn't get outsiders. They don't know that the rest of the world exists, and the two of them actually end up teaming up and working together when Sid tells Niram of this magic that the higher classes possess and that she wants to know how and what's going on there. And it's just this absolutely gorgeously written duology, and I love it so much. The romance between Sid and Niram is just gorgeous. One of my favourites. I just went feral for it and I had the best time reading it. So I'm very excited to have this one. I love this cover too. It's so gorgeous. Next up is Wild and Wicked Things by Francesca May. This one I read in archive. It released earlier this year and I just had the best time with it. This is an adult historical fantasy and it's a Gatsby retelling, and it's sapphic and it's witchy and it's magical and it's just so gorgeously written. The writing is impeccable in this one. Like, if you're a fan of pretty writing, and also The Hollow Heart, you're sorted. So this follows Annie, who goes to Crow Island following the death of her father to arrange his things. And there she meets her neighbour, Emmeline. And in this world, the prohibition banned magic rather than alcohol. But on Crow Island, magic flows freely. And Emmeline is a kind of biggest witch on the island. And her and Annie have this instant connection and they spend all this time together, and it's gorgeous, and there's also lots of mystery, and just it's so lovely, so brilliantly written. I really recommend it, and I wanted my own copy because it's so pretty. Next up is The Midnight Girls by Alicia Jasinka. I read this one at the end of last year as a review copy, had the best time once again, and I wanted my own copy. This one is a standalone YA fantasy, and you follow two witches. Zosha and Marinka have been raised as rivals their whole lives, and when they're both set to steal the pure heart of a prince, they head off into carnival in this Polish-inspired world, and they compete for his heart, originally as friends, not knowing who the other is, but then as very fierce rivals. If you like morally grey girls and witchiness, you will absolutely love this one. It is so stunning. Again, writing. This is just a package of brilliantly written books, and I just had the best time reading it. It is the perfect one for the winter to like curl up with in front of the fire. That's what I did. 10 out of 10 recommend. And finally, The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. A bit of an exception to the rest of the books of this box in that they are all sapphic and this is straight. But I just loved this one. I flew through it. I had the best time. I gave it 5 stars. It's one of like 3 books I've given 5 stars this year. It was fantastic. This is an adult romance and you follow Olive, who's a PhD student who ends up accidentally fake dating one of the staff members in her department, Adam. And I just really love their relationship, and oh, it was so good. I was just hooked. I could not put it down. And I've also read Ali Hazelwood's next book, Love on the Brain. Also fantastic. Cannot wait for that one to come out and everyone else to read it. I just had the best time with this. I definitely recommend it. And it's very cheap. It was like £4. So I couldn't say no to that. So that is the last of the books that I bought, so the rest have all been sent to me very kindly by publishers and authors. First up, can you guess which book this is by this little lipstick mark? Exciting. Oh, how do I open this? It is I Guess Shara Wheeler by Casey McKiston. Turn to page 13. It's got a little envelope. Oh! I've got a bookmark with Chloe's to-do list, a sticker, and this little envelope, and it's just got the press release in it. Ah, it's so cute! Look, it's a floppy paperback. Oh, it's so nice to hold. Anyway, this is the UK edition with the lovely blue cover of I Kissed Shara Wheeler. I also read an arc of this one digitally and I just loved it. It was another 5-star read for me, so I'm very happy to have my own copy. Very, very grateful to Macmillan for sending me this. Thank you very much. This is a YA contemporary, and this follows Chloe Green, who's a fierce rivalry with Shara Wheeler, the kind of golden it girl of their school. But when Shara kisses her before prom night and then promptly disappears, Chloe sets out to find her. She is not going to win valedictorian by default because Shara's just disappeared. She's going to find her, and Shara has left her, the bad boy of their school, and her boyfriend notes for them to work together to find her, and it's just like gorgeous. I love it so much. It's got everything I love about Casey's books, the friendship, the romance, the characters. It's so good. Had the best time reading it, and it's so gorgeous. I've got my own copy. Next up, how do I open this? We have got How to Excavate a Heart by Jake Maya Arlo. Look how gorgeous that is. Oh my god. Oh, I love arcs because they're always really lovely floppy paperbacks and they're just so comfortable to read. So I just, thank you. Big thank you to Jake for sending me this. Look. Where is it? It's signed. She's drawn a corgi because of the corgi on the cover. Look, it's so cute. So this is a YA romance. It's like Christmas timey, but also Jewish, which I love. That's a really fun thing to explore. This follows a girl who's reeling from a bad breakup, but then when she literally runs into a girl with her car, the two of them end up talking. And a romance bloomed, but there's all these questions of, you know, is she ready for another relationship or if this is just a fling? And it's lesbian. I love it. I'm so excited to read this one. This one comes out in November. And I can't wait. Thank you again, Jake, for sending me this. Next up. Next up we have got Flip the Script by Lila Lee. This is so gorgeous. This has just come out very recently and the author was kind enough to send me a finished copy. This follows Hannah, who's playing the love interest in a K-drama. And when the show's ratings fall and her publicity stunt with the male leads not really working out in the show's favour, they add in another possible female love interest to stir up some drama. So while these two girls compete for this man's heart on screen, they are falling in love with each other behind the scenes. And it just sounds so gorgeous. I've seen so many lovely reviews for it already. I'm so excited. Cannot wait. Thank you very much, Lila Lee, for sending me this. Next up we've got this package. Ooh, we have got Epley Earnest by Molly Horan. Look, oh, it's tiny. So this is a YA contemporary novel that's kind of based around Oscar Wilde's Epley Earnest. No, this is Epley Earnest. The importance of being earnest. And it's queer and it's about this girl who's actually one of the first internet sensations called Bag Baby, who's discovered by her adopted father in an oversized Gucci bag. And she's facing questions of whether to reach out to her biological family or not, and also navigating friendships and romances and things. And it just sounds really good. I adore the cover, it's so pretty, and I can't wait to read this. Thank you very much, Harper360, for sending me this. Look, they have this bookmark where you can see some of the books they have got coming out soon, or have already come out. Yes. So yes, thank you, Harper. Next up, I think, is also Harper360. Ooh, we have got Out of the Blue by Jason June. This is a Killian mermaid book. It sounds very fun. So this follows Crest, who's about to embark on their journey as a merperson to go to the human world, help a human within one moon cycle, and then return to the sea to become an elder. They're not happy to be doing this, but they have to. You know, humans are horrible. They've polluted the planet. Not great. And it just sounds so fun. It's so just cute and fun. I'm excited to read it. And again, floppy paperback. I love it. Next up, we've got this mysterious box from Entangled. I do not know what this is. I don't have the slightest idea. Okay, I've opened it. What the hell? Maybe I've not opened it very well. Bloody hell! It's open? This is a workout, my god. There we go. Okay, let's see what it is. Why is it not opening? Okay. I feel like this is not how it's meant to open. Okay, I think I've opened this box very wrong, but it's open. And we have got A Curse of Roses. Actually, I already have a copy of this, so I will be doing a giveaway with this. But thank you, Entangled, for sending me this. This is right up my alley, in fact. This is a sapphic fantasy book. I'm going to take out the bubble wrap to talk about it properly. I have got Entangled Publishing keyring and pen. And look, a cute little note. Thank you, Entangled. So, A Curse of Roses by Diana Pindicha. This retells a Portuguese myth, and it's about this princess called Isabel whose touch turns everything to flowers, her food to flowers, and in a kingdom that's currently starving, this is a very, very useless curse. So she seeks out a way to reverse it, to help her kingdom. To free Fatty, and she must kiss her, but doing this would be betrayal to her country, to her betrothed, the King of Portugal. But she does it anyway because it's the only way to help her country. And with one kiss, she's left wanting more. And it follows a lovely sapphic romance. I have not read it yet. I've been looking forward to it. I actually pre-ordered this. So I will be giving away this extra copy. Look out on my social media for that. For UK only, I'm afraid, because postage is expensive. But thank you very much, Entangled, for sending me this. Next up. Ooh! Aha! We have got A Cruel and Fated Light by Ashley Shuttleworth. This is the sequel to A Darkenhall Star. I don't know if it's in frame. I adored A Darkenhall Star. It's one of my favourites of last year, so I'm very, very excited to have this sequel. Big thank you to Hotterscape for sending me this. Look how big this is. It's huge. I didn't realise it was so big. Everyone who's got it has said how big it is, but I still didn't quite click till I held it in my hands. Anyway, A Darkenhall Star is the first, I believe, a quartet that it's like a City of Bones and the Cruel Prince, but very, very, very queer. So you follow 4 queer teens who are all involved in the fairy underworld, who all get caught up in these murders of the Ironborn, the Half-Fae. And they seem to be the only ones that care about these murders, and they all end up working together and trying to solve them, figure out what's happening, and it's just a really wonderful book. I loved it so much. I'm so excited to read this book. I have heard that it is painful, so I'm not sure I'm prepared, but I'm excited. And the final package. Oh, come on. We have got Bad Gays, A Homosexual History by Hugh Lemmy and Ben Miller. This is a non-fiction book, which is not something I read very often, but I have 2 in this haul. So Bad Gays explores queer history, gay history through its villains, its baddies. The people who we don't really remember because they weren't great people, but who were queer, and we just want to look back on their past and see what we can learn from them. I'm very excited by this concept. Again, I don't read non-fiction very often, but I'm hoping to read more, so this seems like a really good place to start, and I'm very, very excited about it. Thank you very, very much to Verso for sending me this. And also, I love the cover, the pink and the yellow. It's very pretty. So that is all the books, but I have one last little thing. I've got this tiny little parcel. It is little, tiny little falling in love montage book earrings. They're so cute. I love them. So this is by Book on a Hook, who are on Etsy. I'll link their shop down below if you want to get them. You can custom order whatever book you want on an earring. They're pretty cheap and they look really, really high quality. They're so cute. So I actually got these because I am going to be at Yalc in July. This is Young Adult Literary Convention. It's in London in the 8th of July to the 10th maybe? About that time, that weekend, and Kira Smith, the author of the Falling in Love montage, was going to be there, so I thought I would go full fangirl and wear little earrings of her book to meet her. But yes, while I'm on that topic, if you are coming to Yalc, come and say hello. I would love to meet you all. And yes, look at my little earrings, they're so cute. So that has been everything that I received while I was away. I have been well and truly spoiled. So I just want to say a big, big thank you again to everyone who sent me something. I am so, so, so grateful. I'm really looking forward to reading these books that I haven't read and just owning the ones that I have and having them on my shelves, because I love owning books, if you can't tell. And I'm so grateful to all of you guys as well who watch my videos and who have made it so that I can do this and get these books. Like, that's amazing. I'm living 13-year-old me's dream right now. I'm having the best time, so just thank you very, very, very much. I will probably not be linking these books down below because there are a lot, but the ones I have read that I've reviewed, I'll leave those reviews down below. And as always, I'll have my social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, my TikTok, my Goodreads, all of that linked down below. Remember to keep an eye on either my Twitter or my Instagram. I've not decided which yet, and I will give away a Curse of Roses. And yes, just thank you very, very, very much for watching this. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you in another video soon.